Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Kirkwood High School as the Kirkwood Cobras ready to take on the Rossview Hawks on this week's 9-3-1 Hoop Spotlight Game of the Week here on the Austin Peay Sports Network. I'm Clayton Carroll, joined alongside Malik Peterson and Jerome Knight. Jerome, the starting lineups are being introduced for both teams as you see on your screen. Kirkwood, a very talented team. Rossview, a very talented team. Kirkwood dominated Rossview in the opening meeting 70-41. Jerome, what does Rossview have to do to prevent the season sweep, and what does Kirkwood have to do to go perfect 2-0 against the Hawks rather this season?
The first thing Rossview has to do, they have to just, contain Armani Smith. They won't be able to stop him, but they can slow him down, make him take difficult shots, and, just like make him uncomfortable. And what Kirkwood has to do, they have to, be good with the ball. They can't be careless. They cannot turn the ball over. That's the first thing. The second thing is they have to stop Jair Rose. He's Rossview's main guy. He wants to score. He wants the ball. If they stop him, slow him down, they'll be okay. And the last thing is to score in transition, and they'll get the same outcome as last time.
Yes, exactly. Kirkwood just ran it up and down the floor on Rossview. And the starting lineups for Rossview: Rose, Russell, Schwass, Dillard, and Itzy, the 5 starting Rossview Hawks. The Hawks are 14-6 overall this season, 3-1 in District 4A, Region 7, District 13. As for Kirkwood, they are 18-7, 4-0 in District 4A, Region 7, District 13. A win tonight would lock up the district title for Kirkwood, the regular season title. Kirkwood 18-7, the 35th ranked team in the state of Tennessee. Kirkwood is led by head coach John Stegall. Rossview led by head coach Johnny Jackson. The starters for Kirkwood: Clardy, Hines, Smith, Garnett, and Hines. To jump for Kirkwood, it's Hines. To do so for Rossview, it's Itzy. The ball's in the air. We're underway here at Kirkwood. A quick start for the Cobras. They win the tip. The ball is loose underneath the basket. The put in by Smith is no good. He'll get his own board, draw foul, and actually walked with it rather. And, Jerome, like you said, Kirkwood wants to run.
Yeah, they definitely do. I like the way they started out, but maybe just slow it down just a tad bit, and maybe just a good touch at the rim. You'll have that shot easy.
Russell on the far wing for Rossview. No score early here in the matchup. Here's the dish far side to Dillard. Dillard tries to find Rose off a screen. The ball sails into backcourt. Schwass picks it up over and back. Lincoln Schwass, the 6'3 senior, all district for Kirkwood last season. So the Kirkwood transfer, playing against his own team, tried to save the ball from going over and back. Unfortunately, he could not. Cobra basketball. Hoop to our right. This is Clardy. Clardy, top of the circle, near wing. Here's Smith coming off of a screen. This is Garnett, left elbow. Top of the circle to Clardy. Dishes near side, Hines. Hines free throw line. Kirkwood works it in the perimeter. Here is Smith. Step back 3, short. Rebound Rossview. Preston Russell pulls it down. Rossview averages 30.5 rebounds a game. They get one there. As with 7 minutes to go first quarter, there's no score. Hawks in front court. This is Itzy. Izzy guarded tightly. He'll hand off to Schwass. Schwass near wing, face guarded by Garnett. Here's the dish near side to Russell. Russell dumps it off. Layup no good. Rebound Kirkwood. Here they go. Here's Clardy, front court. Drives in. The floater. It's good.
That's exactly what one of the keys to the game were. Create turnovers and score in transition, and they doing just that.
Tay Clardy, the 5'11 freshman shooting guard, gets Kirkwood on the board first. 2-0 Cobras. Rossview tries to answer. They cannot. The three-point attempt rims out. Long rebound, Kirkwood. It's Bryce Garnett, the senior for the Cobras. This is Clardy now on the free throw line. Hands off to a trailing Garnett. The 3, long, no good. Rebound Rossview. Jair Rose pulls it down. He had 9 last time these two teams played. He'll pull up. He'll score. We're tied.
I love that shot right there by Rose. Staying composed. Last time he didn't have a good game, but, hopefully he's starting off good this game.
2-2. 6 minutes to go. First quarter. Kirkwood front court. Clardy, the 5'11 freshman, backs it out. Here's Ari Hines, the freshman, for 3. Back rim, no good. Again, Rossview, a very good rebounding team. They pull down another one, and Rose is running, and Rose will dump it off down low to Dillard. He'll lose it. Rossview saves it on the near side. Cross court, Rose. Pull up, 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Kirkwood. Smith corrals it. Here comes Smith. Smith in the lane, left-hand lay, blocked, rebound, Rossview. What a rejection there on that play.
A great block by Swaz. You know, maybe them playing together, you know, he knows his tendencies.
Very physical game so far. Dillard down low, lays it up, good. Too easy for Israel Dillard.
That's a great take right there by Dillard.
Dillard is averaging 15 points a game for the Hawks. The transfer from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, puts Rossview up 4-2, 5 minutes to go first quarter. The crowd is loud here at Kirkwood. These two teams, newly rivals, but very bitter rivals, as Clarity, number 3, tries to answer with a 3, missed it off the front of the rim. And number 3 for Rossview, Rose rebounds, gives ahead quickly to Swash, spin move down low. Oh, what a block. Oh, my. Here comes Kirkwood. Hines, layup. That's blocked. It's a block party here at Kirkwood. They're going to call a foul on that one, though. But you can feel the energy in this building.
You definitely can. I was just about to say it's definitely a block party in here, Clayton. You know, blocks going everywhere. But, you know, that was kind of a 50-50 call, but you know, either way.
Ari Hines, the freshman shooting forward, will shoot 2. First free throw on the way from Hines is no good. Hines misses the first, but just like the last game at Rossview back on January 23rd, you can just feel the energy. These two teams, Kirkwood has only been around for 3 years. They were founded in 2023, but these two teams, they hate each other.
Yeah, they definitely do. You know, when Rossview came in, crowd was booing. Kirkwood came in, the crowd was cheering. You know, that home court advantage is a real thing.
Second free throw rattles around, no good. Whistle calls down low. Basket interference from Kirkwood. It'll be Rossview ball. Rossview, led by head coach Johnny Jackson, led them to a state semifinal appearance 2 years ago. This is his 21st season at Rossview, and during that, or after that game, earlier in the season, Coach Jackson was just like befuddled. He said, I've never been beaten like this at home. Just Kirkwood came in there and dominated Rossview a few weeks ago before we had all of that snow. So obviously Rossview going to be playing with a whole nother level of intensity. But oh boy, here's Smith. He'll miss the slam. Rebound Kirkwood, put back good.
That's a good follow by Garnett there. You know, Smith got hung up. That kind of looked bad.
You got to watch Smith's dunking ability. You missed that one. We're tied at 4. 4:15 to go first quarter. Rossview. Far side, it's Israel Dillard. Dillard tries to drive on Rivers, and Rivers knocks it away into the hands of Armani Smith. Here's Smith. Free throw line. Pull-up jumper. Rattles around, bangs around, no good. Rebound controlled by Rossview. Makizim Idzi, the junior, corrals that one. A lot of looks not falling for Kirkwood early.
You know, it's definitely not falling right now. You know, Smith is taking a lot of shots. Maybe just a little bit more ball movement.
Rose drives and draws the foul. Jair Rose, the senior combo guard. Last time these two teams played, Jerome, you mentioned it, not the best of performances he would have liked, only 9 points, but he more than makes up for it this season, averaging 17.2 points per game. And he draws the foul on that play. Foul was on the floor, so no free throws. Rossview will inbound under their own bucket. They're looking. They find Dillard, and Dillard loses it right in front of that Kirkwood student section. A packed Kirkwood student section. They've got the Cobra mascot down there. The student section, as you see, taking up 2 rows of bleachers here at Kirkwood High School. Again, founded 2023, so a new school and a new rivalry between Kirkwood and Rossview. Here's Smith. No good again. Smith has missed a couple shots early. More than makes up for it, though, averaging 26 points per game. That one won't fall. And Rossview's back in front court. It's Rose. Rose thought about firing, kicks far side Dillard. Dillard drives. The little razzle-dazzle layup, no good. Rebound, put back good. Makizim Idzi there to clean up.
That's a good cleanup by Idzi, you know, good way to follow.
Kirkwood in front court. Bryce Garnett. What a find. What a finish. Oh, my, what a play there. As Travis Rivers completed, or I guess you could say credited Garnett with the assist there, made the layup. Rossview back in front court. It's a stumble. It's a rumble for the basketball, and here comes Kirkwood. Lobs it ahead to Rivers. His layup, good. Just like that, Kirkwood on top, 8-6.
Yeah, they're scoring off the easy turnovers. Rossview's been very careless with the ball right now.
Rossview in front court. It's Preston Russell, top of the key. 2:28 to go first quarter. Rossview up 2. Change that. We're tied.
I like that take right there by Swaz, you know, to spin out and get that shot off the glass.
In a blink, Kirkwood's in front court. Garnett loses it right in front of the Rossview bench in the student section. Rossview on this near side closest to us. You can tell there's a lot of energy and some uncharacteristic turnovers. Just you can tell the players are keyed up.
Yeah, sometimes when a gym is packed like this, you either get nervous or you have that adrenaline dump, it messes with your game.
Rossview in front court, Lincoln Schwash. Near side, Jair Rose. He'll drive, he's shut off. He's resilient, and look at that bucket from Jair Rose, the off-balance finish and the foul.
That was a good, strong take right there. He got him where he wanted him. It kind of looked like drill work, you working with the cone. He got a good shot up and got it in.
Jair Rose, as Giovanni Gilmore will check in for McKism Idzi. But Rose, as you mentioned in the pregame, Rose is the key player for the Hawks.
Yes, he definitely is.
First free throw good from Jair Rose, as with under 2 minutes to go, the road Rossview Hawks lead Kirkwood. Here on the 931 Hoop Spotlight Game of the Week on the Austin Peay Sports Network. Kirkwood in front court, Travis Rivers. Change that, that's Tay Clardy. Here's Smith coming off a screen. Top of the circle, Rivers thought about launching, instead drives, loses it out of bounds. They say it was deflected by Giovanni Gilmore for Rossview. It'll stay with the Cobras, but, Rivers had that penetration, just kind of had it knocked away.
Yeah, he definitely did. I think Coach Kagall is not really happy with his team right now. They're kind of playing not like themselves.
Rossview looks to get it in. They will get it in on that far side. Giovanni Gilmore playing tight defense. Garnett will drive a hook pass near side. Back far side to Garnett, the three long, no good. Long rebound controlled by Rose for Rossview. He lobs ahead, number 2 will lay it. He has it rejected. Gilmore has it whacked out of bounds. The Kirkwood student section loves that one.
Yeah, that's a good block by Hines, and he did great to stand with the play and not giving up.
Gilmore to inbound. Down low to Dillard. Dillard back to Gilmore. Gilmore averaging 3 points a game. He's a 5'9 junior. Scored 2 points last time these two teams faced off on January the 23rd. He gives near side to Schwash. Schwash dumps it off down low to Russell. He'll pull up and bury it. Rossview now up 5. Kirkwood back in front court. Garnett will drive, 8-foot jumper, no good. Over and back rebound from Rivers. Rivers powers it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound Rossview. Here's Rose. Rose has speed. He finds near side Russell, shuffled his feet. He was open for 3. He couldn't decide if he wanted to fake and drive or shoot it. He got caught in between land there, and he traveled.
Yeah, he definitely couldn't make that decision. I feel like he should have just put it up. It's a good looking transition. Right now Kirkwood is very rattled, so that would have been a good shot to take.
Back on the game on January 23rd, it was almost as if Kirkwood was fueled by the energy. Tonight it almost seems as they're playing a bit uncharacteristically.
Yes, definitely.
The crowd quiets down a little bit as Kirkwood goes to work on offense. Tay Clardy, the 5'11 freshman, will take the last shot. Likely. You expect they take the last shot. Instructions given by head coach John Stegall. A 61-22 record at Kirkwood. And it looks like they will take the last shot. 15 seconds now on the clock. Cobras down 5, 13-8. Clardy to the elbow to Aaron Hines. Hines back to Clardy near corner. Quick find to Hines. Hines top of the circle. Here's Smith. Off balance. Pull-up jumper. Banks it off the rim. No good, but he draws the foul. And Armani Smith will toss 2 free throws. Smith holds the single-game record here at Kirkwood. Scored 38 points back on November the 18th. Smith is quite the ball player here for the Cobras.
Yes, he definitely is. That's why he's a Mr. Basketball candidate for the second year in a row. He's very good at what he does.
First free throw is good from Armani Smith. The southpaw, Smith a lefty. His tag team teammate Bryce Garnett, also a lefty. So you see the southpaws tossing it up from the free throw line. As Smith can cut it to 3 points with 1 second left. Will he do it? No, he will not. Rebound Rossview, and that's the end of the first quarter. So Rossview out in front of the Kirkwood Cobras here at the end of the first quarter. Your score, Rossview 13, Kirkwood 9. You're watching the 931 Hoop Spotlight Game of the Week on the Austin Peay Sports Network.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. They expect to learn with state-of-the-art tools and facilities, so we give it to them. We show them how to be effective social workers, enhancing everyone's well-being. They experience how their classroom lessons change lives. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Welcome back to Kirkwood. The second quarter underway. Rossview leads the Cobras 13-9 here on the APSN Austin Peay Sports Network. Kirkwood has the basketball in front court. Hines, as Cobras now working it around the perimeter. Here's a long three, no good. Rebound Schwass for Rossview, and he's flying into front court. Schwass, the 6'3 senior, averaging 11 points per game. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound Kirkwood. Here come the Cobras. This is Clardy to Smith. Skies above everyone for the finger roll, and it falls.
That looks more like Smith. You know, in the first quarter, he wasn't getting the touches he wanted, but that looks more like him for sure.
2-point game with under 7.5 to go here from Kirkwood High School. Rose, far side Gilmore. Gilmore, nice fake. Rose will dish near side. Schwash a three, buries it. Lincoln Schwash from long range.
I love that movement by Jair, then to find the open man in the corner. You know, Schwash, he is that sharpshooter for them.
Ball movement was a beauty on that play as now Kirkwood tries to answer. Clardy near side to Garnett. Kirkwood loves to swing it around the horn. Near side Garnett. He'll launch a long three. He answers.
A great way to answer back by Garnett. You know, he is that second man right behind Smith, and that's a great shot by him.
16-14. Rossview on top of the home Cobras. Rose top of the circle. 18-foot pull-up jumper. Oh, my, that was smooth.
He is feeling himself right now. You know, he's definitely looking to redeem himself from the first game.
Rose only had 9 points, surpassed that already. Hawks up 4. Here's Hines coming off a screen. Hines, the freshman, far side to Clardy. Tay Clardy back to Hines, now to Smith. Here's Armani Smith, Mr. Basketball candidate, turns it over. Dillard there to swipe it up. He'll lob ahead to Paget. High off the glass, no good. Rebound Dillard, put back, yes.
That was a great cleanup and great follow right there by Dillard.
Kirkwood, this is Smith. Smith averaging over 25 points per game. Rises, fires, high off the glass, no good. Rebound Rossview. Smith, he's had his moments, but he just hasn't seemed to be as sharp shooting as he was back on January 23rd. Kirkwood will set, or Rossview rather, will set up the offense. It runs through Rose. He'll dump it off to Paget. Paget down low. Gilmore, nice find from Paget. Rose, or Gilmore rather, the finish, and that prompts a timeout from Kirkwood. Rossview is blitzed out to a 8-point lead with 5:30 to go in the second quarter, 22-14. It seems like Rossview is able to get into their offensive rhythm a lot more than they were a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they definitely are. It's like as if Rossview is the home team and Kirkwood is the away team. Kirkwood is very rattled right now, and I just love the way Rossview is playing. They're moving the ball very efficiently, getting great shots, great threes, great middies, great lays, you know. And right now, like I said in the keys to the game, Rossview is slowing Smith down a lot, and that is making it very difficult for Kirkwood to get going.
Absolutely. Both teams break from their respective timeouts. Again, two top-notch coaches here in Tennessee. Johnny Jackson for Rossview, John Stegall for Kirkwood. Jackson's been around the block, been the head coach at Rossview for 21 years, a couple state championship appearances to his name, and Stegall has the Cobras out to a 61-22 record as the school was just founded 3 years ago, and oh my goodness, that was too easy for Bryce Garnett. Just got to the hoop at will, and Rossview flailing the ball around. Gilmore goes diving out of bounds. Rossview a little too sped up on that play.
Yeah, definitely. Gilmore, a young kid, you know, playing too fast, you know, just stick to what's working. You know the saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely. 22-16, 5:05 to go. Ari Hines has it near side to Rivers. Rivers free throw line. Whistle sounds down low. That's a foul. Aaron Hines draws the foul for Kirkwood. Hines, the 6'1 senior power forward. His brother, Ari Hines, the freshman, both play on the same team. We've called Ari's name a couple times tonight as Aaron will step to the line to toss 2 free throws. His first one, no good. Kirkwood struggling from the free throw line tonight.
Yes, they definitely are, and those are the buckets you need. Right now, you're down, and it's a close game, kind of, and you need those points, those extra possessions,
A lot closer than it was a couple weeks ago as Rossview on top 22-16. Hines, the redemption toss, again, no good, and Rossview rips down the rebound. Here's Rose. Jair averaging 17.2 points per game. Free throw line, he's shut off, he'll hand off. Near side, this is Schwass. Schwass, free throw line, pulls up. Euro step, floater with the left hand, no good. Follows up his miss, no good. Another offensive board, and this time it falls for Preston Russell.
I love that follow by Russell. Everybody on Rossview is playing with a passion. They're sticking with each play.
Daniels down low, has it swatted away, gets it back. Dishes outside. Smith, left wing 3, no good. You can't leave Smith open. Unfortunately, that one wouldn't fall for Kirkwood. Rossview back in front court in the blink of an eye. Dillard near wing. Pass far side to Gilmore. Gilmore near side to Dillard. Dillard drives. What a hook pass far side to Russell. Far corner 3. Back iron no good. Dillard, though, pulls it down, has it knocked away. Kirkwood with it now. It's Rivers. Rivers blitzing into front court. Fires it near side to Ari Hines. Hines to Clardy. Free throw line pull up. Bottom.
That's a good pull right there by Clardy right there, just to get it up and over the defender.
3:40 to go, second quarter. Rossview leads 24-18 as head coach Johnny Jackson calls out the play. Wearing some nice sneakers, red, white, and black Jordans. Those are clean. Those are clean.
Those are very speedy.
Rose now with it on the near wing. He'll drive. He'll stop. He'll pop. He'll pump. He'll shoot. He'll miss it. But he is fouled. 2 free throws as Jerome, you can see John Stegall just visibly frustrated with his team performance so far.
Yes, he definitely is. He loves to pride them on just playing their game, and right now they are just not doing that. So it's a reason for him to be upset.
Rose, the free throw is good. As you see on the other side, head coach Johnny Jackson talking with Kiavani Gilmore. Jackson, again, the head coach for 21 years at Rossview. Again, was just shocked with how his team came out a couple weeks ago, and obviously, whatever he said before this game has worked as Rossview leads by 7. Second free throw, no good. Kirkwood pulls it down, gives ahead to Clardy. Clardy, contested lay, no, he's fouled. 2 tosses coming for Tay Clardy.
That's a great take right there by Clardy, speeding up the game a little bit. That's their game, playing fast, playing with a fast pace.
As they were able to do that at will just a couple weeks ago, but as we were saying pregame, Rossview wants to kind of slow Kirkwood down, not give them any offensive rhythm, as Clardy will, again, another missed free throw for the Cobras. This Coach Stegall has just got to be just shaking his head right now.
Yeah, like right now, they just can't buy really anything. Maybe 3 free throws, Just seeing one go in would be great.
Clardy's second one, rattles, hangs on the rim for a couple seconds, and it'll fall. 6-point ball game. On the court for Rossview, it's Russell with the ball. He'll lob ahead near side Gilmore. Schwash is out there, along with Rose is out there, and so is Idzy. This is Gilmore, top of the circle. Picks up his dribble. He needs help. The 5-second count is on. He'll bounce it to Idzy. Idzy, the junior, face guarded by Rivers. And Rossview just slowing it down, trying to get a good look. Rose is double-teamed. Dishes far side Russell. And whistle sounds. Turnover Rossview.
I just think that was great defense, a great defensive possession there by Kirkwood, especially pushing up with a double team at the top of the key on Rose, making it difficult for him to try to slow him down.
Kirkwood down 6, looking for a run here to end the second quarter. Clardy, top of the circle. This is the right guy to give it to. If you're looking for a run at Smith, he'll pass off to Hines. Hines to a cutting Clardy. Fires it far side Rivers. Rivers in traffic. Powers it up. Now dishes far side to Hines. Hines, hesitation. Now to Rivers. Rivers will step into a 3. Rossview will leave him open. You can't do that. Travis Rivers proved Rossview wrong there with a long-range shot.
That's a great shot by Rivers, and sometimes if you let somebody shoot, they're going to knock it down.
And then Rose has it stripped away, and transition opportunity for Kirkwood. Smith, left-hand layup, good.
Morning transition, that's what we talked about.
1-point game, and then a near turnover near side. It is a turnover.
Yeah, Rossview, they're starting to lose it, and Kirkwood is going on a great run, just like you mentioned.
And you see the Kirkwood student section loving every moment of that. Definitely fueling the Cobras. And here's a drive from Clardy, dish near side Smith. Here he goes to work. Oh, my goodness. The dump off to Rivers. Kirkwood leads. Timeout, Rossview.
That was a great find there by Smith. You know, he's not just a scorer. He can facilitate as well.
26-25. I said Kirkwood was looking for a run. Boy, oh boy, Jerome, did they get a run right there.
Yeah, they definitely did. They got steals, back-to-back turnovers, and Rossview just not being on what they've been sticking to.
See, I believe a 7-0 run from the Cobras, prompting a quick timeout from Johnny Jackson. Just Kirkwood really, finally shots are starting to fall, and the ball movement is really adding into Kirkwood's success right now.
Yeah, they're moving the ball, catch it, pump fake, jab step, go, kick again, you know, and it's working. The rotation is not there for Rossview right now.
Also, the defense for the Cobras have really stiffened up here as of late.
Yes, it definitely has. They're creating great turnovers.
Both teams break from their respective timeouts. It's Rossview ball. Nobody's down there to inbound it. Now they are. Russell collects and hands off to Rose. Kirkwood student section feeling themselves now as Rose dribbles on Clardy. Change that, that's Hines. Rossview down low, a little hook pass to Schwass. Schwass was held, though, before the shot. It's only the second foul on Kirkwood, so no tosses. Substitution for the Rossview Hawks. Dillard will check in. Martin will check out. Rose will lob it in underneath the basket. Fires a high arcing pass out top to Gilmore, who hands off back to Rose. Rose, oh my goodness, heat check. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound being fought for, controlled by Rossview. A near turnover. Somehow Dillard able to hang on to it and power it up, no good. Gets his own board, now has it stripped away. Here's Kirkwood with it. Then Kirkwood bumped from behind, that's Tay Clardy. Tay Clardy was bumped from behind by Kiaveni Gilmore. Both players end up falling hard to the floor. That was quite a sequence.
Yeah, it definitely was. This game is getting very intense and very with much tension, if I would say. You know, but I like that possession there by Rossview. You know, they just couldn't get it in.
Like you said, you can start feeling the tensity in this building. Two rivals. They've only been rivals for 3 years, but they've made up for it with how big of rivals they are, I guess you could say. Smith, hook pass, far side, Hines. Over on the far side now to Rivers. Back to Hines, catch and shoot, three, good!
Kirkwood they're feeling it now, you know.
Cobras up 4. Rossview needs an answer in a hurry. Who will they look for the answer? No one, it's turned over. Garnett the steal for Kirkwood. Loses it, down on the floor it is. Rossview gets the turnover. Garnett a bit undecisive, and now Rose runs into front court. Rose Euro step, hooks it down low. Dillard left block layup, good for Israel Dillard.
That's a great find there by Rose and a great strong take there by Dillard.
Obviously, everyone talks about Rose's scoring ability, but he is an elite passer as well. As there's 20 seconds left to go, second quarter, Kirkwood up 2, 29-27. Armani Smith, the 6'2 junior, averaging 26 points per game, will dribble it out and hold for the last shot. Let's see who'll take the last shot. Smith, nice find to Clardy, layup, good, and one.
That's a great strong take there by Clardy. Way to finish through a taller defender. And we just talked about Smith not only being able to score, but also pass as well, and that was great vision there by him.
So Tay Clardy will look to complete the and one play as Rossview, they were up 6 for a moment. Now they're down 4 as the Cobras have went on an insane run. The free throw no good. 1 second, Rossview fouled in back court. Preston Russell was the Hawk who was fouled, and there's only 0.6 seconds left, so this is basically an inbound, a buzzer, and we'll head to halftime. Russell will toss it in. Baseball pass. They're going for an alley-oop. It is no good, and that sends us to the halftime break. Kirkwood leads Rossview 31-27. As mentioned, Rossview is up by as many as 8. Kirkwood stormed back to take the lead by 4, 31-27. Jerome Knight, what was some of the things you saw there late that allowed Kirkwood to go on that run?
Just creating turnovers and making Rossview play very sped up, which we talked about in the beginning of the game. You know, Rossview were needing to, you know, just play slow, but Kirkwood definitely sped them up and created those easy turnovers.
And now we're going to send it down to the sideline to Malik Peterson, who's with head coach of the Cobras, John Stegall.
I'm here with Coach John Stegall. Coach, what do you like about your team's performance so far?
I like how we kind of came back in the second quarter. There was definitely a renewed sense of attacking the paint, attacking the rim. Thought we settled for some jumpers early. We got to continue to attack the paint.
What adjustments need to be made for you guys to secure the win tonight?
We got to be a little tougher defensively. We got to stay out of foul trouble, and you know, making shots would help.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Sending it back to you guys.
It's halftime here at Kirkwood as the Cobras lead Rossview 31-27 here at Kirkwood High School.
Your unforgettable experience. Be a part of a community of champions. There's a place for you in our winning legacy. Feel the synergy of the Governor's Pride. Create memories and victories that will last a lifetime. Your victory starts here.
Welcome back to Kirkwood High School. Kirkwood on top of Rossview 31-27 here as the third quarter resumes from Kirkwood. Kirkwood on top of the Hawks 31-27. Here's a steal. Kirkwood steps out of bounds. Armani Smith's right toe stepped out of bounds on this near baseline. It'll stay with Rossview. Rossview led by as many as 6. Actually 8 rather, late in the second quarter. However, Kirkwood blitzed back and now leads by 4. Rossview trapped near side. They need help. They find help down low. Layup no good. Rebound Kirkwood. Kirkwood pulls it down. Here's Smith. Smith, top of the circle. Near side, this is Hines. Hines far side to Garnett. Garnett drives, stops, kicks far side Hines. Hines hesitates, finds a cutting Garnett. Layup, no, he's fouled. He'll toss 2.
That's a great find there by Hines. Honestly, I don't know if that should have been a foul call, but, you know, if you hit the ground, the refs are probably bound to call it.
So 2 free throws for Bryce Garnett. Garnett will shoot 2. Misses the first one. Jerome, free throws have been the bugaboo for Kirkwood so far.
Yes, all night they've been just missing free throws.
The second one is good for Bryce Garnett, the senior. Kirkwood now up 5. Rossview in the Road Reds, as you see on your screen here on APSN. Schwass will run into front court. He is face guarded by Tay Clardy. Schwass fires it near side. Idzy back to Schwass. Rossview working it around the horn. This is Dillard. Dillard drives underneath the hoop. Threw it off of the backboard. Hit the underside of the goal. That's a turnover.
Yeah, definitely. I think Kirkwood is definitely making it very hard for Rossview right now coming out of halftime.
Kirkwood in front court. Here's Smith. Smith cuts, fires near side. Hines, a 3, good! Ari Hines from long range.
That's a great find there by Clardy and a great way to knock it down by Hines, you know.
Aaron Hines, his first 3 points as Rossview rather, will call a timeout. Kirkwood now up 8, 35-27, 6:33 to go, third quarter. Just to recap the first half a little bit, Jerome, just tell us some of the things that you saw. Who was some of the top scorers in that first half?
Some of the top scorers for Kirkwood off the bench, Mr. Travis Rivers with 11 points. You know, sometimes your starters may not start off in the greatest aspect. And we can look at that with Smith and Rivers. He came off the bench with 11 points. He's leading the whole team. Smith is following with 5 points and Clardy with 7 points. And then for Rossview, Rose, the star player, he had 7 points in the first half. Dillard with 6 points and Swaz as well with 7 points.
So it was, and you know, for the longest time, Kirkwood couldn't buy a bucket here at home.
Yeah, they definitely couldn't. But, you know, they started getting turnovers, costly plays were made, and, you know, they just got going and did them.
Rossview breaks from their timeout. You know, Jerome, we mentioned it, Kirkwood just flew out to that run there at the end of second quarter to get the crowd involved and get Rossview playing on their tail a little bit.
Yeah, and, you know, when you're at home, the crowd is involved. The student section, there's about 100 of them over there. It can really, like, turn the tide.
Back underway. Kirkwood playing full court man-to-man. It causes a steal. Kirkwood the steal and the lay. Aaron Hines gets on the board for the first time tonight, and Kirkwood has expanded their lead to 10.
Yeah, I just think that press is very good right there by Kirkwood.
Jair Rose, 8 points tonight. Had 9 last time these two teams played. Dribbling around, kicking far side to Russell. Russell, the senior, has his pass swatted away with the right hand of Tay Clardy. It'll stay with Rossview, but it seems as Rossview now playing a little bit jittery, as in the first quarter, and really half of the second quarter it was Kirkwood.
Yeah, I think just Rossview needs to slow down, make your guy go middle, break this good press, just like that right there.
Oh, they've got a guy wide open. They find him. He'll finish. McKism Idzy.
Yes.
Idzy banks it in.
Idzy right there with a good finish.
Idzy now with 4 points tonight. Smith, can he answer? No. Rebound Rossview. Rossview the board, but behind the back dribble move is lost, and here's a steal from Kirkwood. Garnett in the paint. Lay, no. Foul. Garnett will shoot 2.
I like that great defense right there by Kirkwood. You know, Garnett to find the ball and just get it up. Honestly, I think on that behind the back right there by Swaz, a foul could have been called, but that's also for communication. They have to communicate that a guy's behind them. So
Bryce Garnett, his free throw rattles home. Garnett now with 6 points tonight as Kirkwood up 9, 38-29, 5.5 to go. Garnett 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. Misses the second one, now 1 of 2, and Rossview rips it down. Here come the Hawks. Schwass got dribble happy, had it knocked away. They say it went off his knee. Of course, Lincoln Schwass, the all-district transfer from guess where? Kirkwood. So some extra fuel to the fire in this rivalry, as if it already needed any, as he'll turn it over, and Kirkwood now sets up shop. Garnett, free throw line. Backs it out. Here's Armani Smith. Mr. Basketball candidate will drive. Shut off by Schwash. Finds Clardy. Clardy spins in the paint. Fires it near side. Ari Hines underneath the basket. Kicks. Clardy passes up the 3. Off balance floater. Oh my! Tay Clardy, his 9th point was a beauty.
I like that good turnaround there by Clardy. You know, got it over the taller defender. And, you know, he's been very patient and calm.
Rose, step back 3. The answer is no good. Ball tipped, rebounded by Kirkwood, and here is a 3-on-2. Smith, Euro step, layup, no. Rebound, Rossview. Schwass pulls it down. Schwass ahead to Rose. Rose averaging 17 points per game, has 8 tonight. Rose dribbles it, flicks it to Schwass. He'll dump off down low to Dillard. Dillard goes to work, fades away, puts it up, no good. Long rebound. Kirkwood touched it last out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Rossview down 11, 40-29.
You know, Clayton, that wasn't a bad shot there by Dylan. I like him getting in the post because he has been working hard all night. I just think, you know, he get a better touch on it and he'll knock down.
Giovanni Gilmore, 2 points tonight. Hands off to Rose. Rose in traffic, fades away. Rose can't get it to fall. Offensive board, Russell. Put back, yes. Off balance fadeaway from Russell. Back to a single-digit game, and don't blink. Here's Kirkwood answering on the other end. That is Tay Clardy with 11 points. Timeout on the floor. So it was a quick bucket from Russell on the right side of the court, and then the answer from Clardy. And in a blink, Kirkwood back up 11.
That was very fast. But Clardy is very fast. I will say he's very, very fast. And that was a good, smart play just to get it in so quickly and allow him to go score on the opposite end. But with Russell down there, I like him on Garnett. He has the height advantage over Garnett. He's very more strong than Garnett. I just think, like, he could get a couple more of those turnaround buckets off the glass, and Rossview will be fine.
So we invite you to not miss 931 Hoop every Monday on the Austin Peay Sports Network. We'll have game highlights and interviews from all of the Clarksville, Montgomery County high schools and the latest on APSU men's and women's basketball. That's 931 Hoop every week on APSU-TV and streamed on the APSU-TV YouTube channel. I'm Clayton Carroll, joined alongside Jerome Knight. Malik Peterson, your sideline reporter tonight, as we've got a fun one so far brewing from Kirkwood High School, home of the Cobras. Again, Kirkwood founded 2023. Very new school, very nice gym. As you see on the screen, a very loud gym, as somebody just fell in the student section. That didn't look fun. So a little tumble there in the student section. A very fiery one so far tonight, as despite the little near injury we had over on the far side, Rossview sets up on this near side. It's Rose. Rose has been kind of quiet this third quarter. Dillard goes to work down low on Smith. Still working, and he's not able to finish. Gets his own board. He'll finish that time. Dillard puts it back up and in. He's got 8.
That's a great way for Dillard to clean himself up there right there. But like I said, the good, quick turnaround jumpers by him are good. They look great.
Clardy down low. Oh, my goodness, a beautiful find to Aaron Hines. Almost a no-look shovel pass.
Yeah, Clardy, he's a great point guard to have on your team. Fast, he can pass, he can shoot. He really can do anything on the court.
Rossview now sped up a little bit. Dillard's going to go back to work on Smith. They like the matchup they've got. Now they'll kick out. Russell 3, nothing but net for Preston Russell.
That's a great shot there by Russell. But for Dillard to find him as well, playing back to the paint and kicking for the great 3.
Russell now with 9, and now Smith's going to go to work. 8-point game, under 3 to go. This is Garnett. Floater, missed it short. Rebound Rossview. Here they go. This is Russell. Russell ahead to Gilmore, layup, yes, and the foul.
Yes, this is exactly what we want to see by Rossview. Speeding Kirkwood up, and, making them play how they did in the first quarter, and that's how Rossview got that lead.
Giovanni Gilmore with 4 points tonight. Can make it 5 with the and 1. And now we see Rossview starting to make a bit of a run. It was a 11-point game, now a 6-point game. It'll stay a 6-point game as the first free throw is no good. Rebound Kirkwood, Aaron Hines. Hines to Smith. Smith, the all-time leading single-game scorer at Kirkwood, tries to add some. The shot will not count. Foul on the floor. If that's in college, the continuation rule would count that.
I definitely do think that should have been a continuation, but different rules, different setting. But that was a great take there by Smith.
So foul on the floor, no free throws. Garnett will lob it in, fire it high in the air to Armani Smith. Smith had 30 points in the last meeting. A legal screen on Kirkwood as Garnett was finding it was about to be wide open. But back to Armani Smith. Again, you mentioned, Jerome, a Mr. Basketball for Tennessee candidate. He holds the single-game scoring record at Kirkwood with 38 points. Scored that earlier this season, back on November the 18th. The 6'2 junior, averaging 26 points per game. A laundry list of accolades for Armani Smith. Back the other way, it's Rossview. Rose rises, fires, had it deflected out of bounds. It sails, it'll stay with the Hawks.
That's a great block there by the younger Hines, Mr. Airy Hines. A great way to stick with Rose.
Rossview to inbound left side of the bucket. Gilmore tosses it into Rose. Rose, only 1 point this second half, and he'll lose that out of bounds. Costly turnover there for the Rossview Hawks. It'll head over to Kirkwood.
Yeah, and with you pushing the game within 6, that's just not a great.
Watch out, Kirkwood just scored and won. Ari Hines. They don't want you talking, Jerome. They want points.
Man. This Ari Hines kid is very good. He's only a freshman, and that's a great shot take there. And you can tell they work on that in practice.
Ari Hines, contested finish. Looks to complete the and 1 play. He won't do it. Free throws have been at a premium for both squads tonight as Rossview finds themselves down 8. Rose in the paint. Bounces it top of the circle to his teammate Dillard. Dillard, a long-range 3 out to Schwass, no good. Ball batted around, tipped around. Last touch by the team in red. It's Kirkwood ball.
I like that shot there by Schwass. Hitting the big 3 is what you call a silencer.
I guess you could say, yeah.
With the home court, yeah.
Kirkwood is only 3 of 10 from the free throw line tonight as a shot there is no good. Rebound Rossview. 2-on-1 for the Hawks. Rose. Oh, behind the back pass. The layup from Tanner Herbeck. No, change that. That's Russell. What a find there from Rose.
That was very fancy. I like to call Drake, you fancy, huh?
Kirkwood,
Yeah,
the
that was
answer
nice.
is an air ball. Ari Hines tried to hit that silencer, as you mentioned, but on that previous play, my goodness, the beautiful behind-the-back razzle-dazzle from Jair Rose to Preston Russell. Jair Rose more like Derrick Rose on that pass there. Oh, and here's Rose again. Skies for the dunk. He'll slam it home with 2 hands.
Yes, this is what you like to see from Rossview. You know, Clardy did trip there, but, you know, they got the good, easy dunk, and that's showtime back there by Rose.
Can Kirkwood answer back? Rossview's cut it to 4. This is Armani Smith. Rossview student section getting into it. Kirkwood on the far side. Hines, jab step, backs it out. 1 minute to go, third quarter, 4-point game here from the Cobra Den. Smith at the logo at midcourt. Kirkwood may very well possibly take the last shot again. There is no shot clock in high school basketball, so you can theoretically dribble it around as long as you want to. Smith, very quiet night, only 5 points. As they will hold for the last shot. 30 seconds now ticking. You got any post-game plans after this, Jerome, while we let the clock trickle down, or what?
Man, I'm just going back to the crib and chillax. What about you, man?
I'm going to do some homework. That's what I'm going to do. My professor's standing right next to me, so I got to say that. So 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 4-point game. You see the Rossview student section. They want to see their Hawks get a stop. 10 seconds now. Number 10 will take the last shot with 10 seconds left. He'll find near side. Hines, 3. Good!
This has been Hines' quarter.
Rossview will try to answer from beyond half court. It's no good, but Ari Hines with 11 points hit a critical 3-point shot there as the time expired to give Kirkwood a 7-point lead over Rossview at the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter is up next. Kirkwood 49, Rossview 42. Back in a moment as you are watching the 931 Hoop Spotlight Game of the Week on the Austin Peay Sports Network.
Your unforgettable experience. Be a part of a community of champions. There's a place for you in our winning legacy. Feel the synergy of the Governor's Pride. Create memories and victories that will last a lifetime. Your victory starts here.
Back from Kirkwood High School, the Cobras lead Rossview 49-42 at the start of the fourth quarter. Clayton Carroll alongside Jerome Knight and Malik Peterson. As here's a quick turnover. Rose has numbers. He'll find Gilmore. He'll lay it up. He'll lay it in.
That's a great way for Rossview to start off the fourth quarter, getting a costly turnover and converting off of that turnover.
Gilmore with 6 points, double his average on the season. The 5'9 juniors had quite a night here at Kirkwood. Only scored 2 points last time these two teams tipped off on January 23rd. That was a blowout, 71-40 Kirkwood. We've got ourselves a ball game here at the Cobra Den tonight. Kirkwood, they seem pretty happy to milk the clock, Jerome. A much different approach than we expected.
Yeah, you know, in the keys to the game, we talked about them playing with a fast pace, you know, making Rossview play faster than what they usually do.
Here's a knock away and a steal from Gilmore. He just scored on the other end. He's got the steal there. He'll hand off to Rose. Rossview can cut it to a single possession. Rose wants a ball screen. He'll dump it down low to Izzy. Powers it up. Rattles no good. Long rebound tipped away. Fought for. Controlled by Kirkwood. This is Hines on the far sideline. Kirkwood's got it. Armani Smith in the corner. Bryce Garnett. 3. He got it.
That's a great pass and find there by Smith to hit Garnett, and he hits nothing but the net.
The 3 from Garnett. He's got 9. Kirkwood wants a timeout. Head coach John Stegall wants a timeout to set up his defense. It just seems like every time Rossview cuts it to 4 or 5 points, Kirkwood answers.
Yes, definitely. They always find the answer, and it's like it just keeps happening, keeps repeating. You know, it's like you're stuck in a cycle, and it's Rossview needs to just find something to get over that hump and just maybe take the lead.
Rossview led by as many as 8 points, or 11 actually. Rossview led by nearly double digits early in the first and second quarters, but Kirkwood had that 9-0 run at the end of the second quarter to really put themselves in a good spot going into the locker room, and they've been able to maintain that. But Rossview, they're not going away. This is much different from the last game, as in the last game, Rossview's bench came in the second quarter almost as a message to the starters. Well, those starters answered that message tonight as they've got themselves in a ball game. Rose trips and falls. Turnover, Rossview. Here comes Kirkwood. This is Garnett. Off-balance lay. The roll, no. Rebound fought for down low. It's a scruffle for it. Garnett comes out of there with it, floats it up. No good. Still loose, and finally Rossview corrals it. Rose with it. Rose far side. Long three. Long miss, no good, and a long rebound from Jair Rose. Change that. That's Tay Clardy. Clardy with it, gives to Smith. Rossview up 8. Bounce pass near side. Clardy passes up the 3. Kicks to Smith. Smith at the free throw line will back it out. Working on Schwass, driving on Schwass, fading away, not scoring. Clardy tips it and gets his own rebound. Clardy, only 5'11", used his wingspan to get that one and give Kirkwood a free possession. Here's Garnett. Garnett with 9 tonight. Shovels it over to Armani Smith with 5. Smith in the corner, Hines. Hines to Garnett. Kirkwood slowing it down. Here's a dish to Clardy, back to Garnett. Garnett, hop step, lay, no good, rebound, Rossview. Dillard comes down with it. And then a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Rossview. Head coach Johnny Jackson, as well as the Rossview student section and the fan base as well, wanted a foul. As Israel Dillard, you see on the screen, the 6'3 sophomore transfer from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He's got 8 points tonight. Was a part of that tie-up. Rossview ball, 5:10 to go. Hawks down 8. Rose across the timeline in front court. Rose with 10 points. Broke Hines' ankles, and the Rossview fans love that one. Here's Rose near corner 3. He got it!
Oh, that's a great way to finish that possession. Rose making them dance, hitting the nay-nay, and that's just oh my goodness.
Everybody went, ooh, on that one. Dylan Walton looked like he just saw a ghost on that play. As oh my, 5-point game. Rose, the ankle breaker, and the critical 3 from the near corner. That's his 13th point, and it's cut it to 5. 4:30 to go, fourth quarter. Armani Smith dribbling around near the midcourt stripe. Fires Clardy now in the corner to Hines. Hines, Euro step, back to Clardy. Clardy given some room by Rose. Clardy still trying to work, kicks far side, too deep to fire the 3. So instead, Hines will send it back up top to Smith to reset. Kirkwood milking the clock as we're down to 4 minutes to go. Cobras up 5. Again, much different approach than we saw a couple weeks ago at Rossview. Here's Clardy on the far side. Rossview honestly looks content to kind of give the Cobras some space. Hines, hand off Clardy. Clardy will exchange it to Smith. At some point, Jerome, Rossview's got to play press defense at some point. They got to press up on him.
Yeah, at some point, it's like they have to put.
There it is. We see it now. Garnett with it, guarded tightly by Russell. Over 30 seconds has been milked off the clock on this possession. Ironically, the Kirkwood girls did the same thing in the girls' game to Rossview. Let's see what Rossview can do to answer this approach. I mean, we're down to 3 minutes just like that. Jerome, this might be too early to talk about, but at what point do you start fouling? Because Kirkwood's had some trouble at the line. Let's hang on to everything as Bryce Garnett, he said, don't foul me. I'm just going to score. Garnett all the way to the hoop.
Yeah, that's a great take there by Garnett. But I was just going to say, you have to start fouling. They've had trouble all night since the first possession at the free throw line.
Oh, my goodness. Rossview not happy about that one. Russell had it knocked away. They say it's Kirkwood ball. Very unhappy head coach Johnny Jackson. From our viewpoint, it did look like it was Rossview ball. The officials saw it the other way. It'll go over to Kirkwood. That's a big break for the Cobras there. Tough break for the Hawks as well.
Yes.
54-47, Kirkwood on top of Rossview. 2:50 to go. Kirkwood again looks like they're going to take some time off the clock, as now Clardy's going to drive and dish near side. Hines, can he hit the dagger? No, he cannot. Rebound Rossview. It was a good look. But Rossview rips it down. It's Preston Russell. Change that. That's Dillard. Dillard has his pass knocked away and stolen. A costly turnover for the Hawks. Dillard was trying to find, I believe, Schwass down low. Schwass couldn't hang on to it. Cobra ball, full court pressure for the Hawks. Timeout requested for by head coach John Stegall for Kirkwood, as the pressure kind of shocked Kirkwood, I guess, a little bit there.
Yeah, the pressure was definitely needed, especially with the Cobras just trying to waste clock and trying to waste time. You know, Coach Stegall is doing very well with time management, and I just think Rossview pressuring them, you know, makes them play out of their element, makes them play not like themselves, and just like we've seen in that first quarter.
So 54-47, 2:24 to go. As Jerome, again, we were kind of talking about it a minute ago. When do you start fouling if you're Rossview? Because free throws have been the bugaboo for Kirkwood. Rossview finds himself down 7. Full court pressure again from the Hawks. This time, Kirkwood gets it inbounds to Armani Smith. Smith will trot into front court, not rushing whatsoever. This is Garnett. Garnett, ankle breaker. He'll hand off to Clardy. Clardy far side to Ari Hines. Hines, the freshman, works in between traffic, fires it to Smith. Smith dribbling around. Under 2 minutes to go. Kirkwood milking clock. Kirkwood still milking the clock. This is Garnett, top of the circle. Finally, Rossview decides to trap him and foul him. And Bryce Garnett will head to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's what we both have been saying constantly. They need to foul and let them go to the line.
Still 4 fouls to give, though, for Rossview, so they've got to do a lot more fouling, as Jair Rose will foul on that play. So still 3 more to give. But if you're Kirkwood, that's just more time that ticks off the clock.
Yeah, definitely. But I will say for Rossview, you cannot keep having Rose foul. That's your star player, and you need him in late possessions for the game.
There's another foul. Giovanni Gilmore credited with that foul. We've got 2 more to give.
I think you just foul till they get to the line.
I agree.
Nobody on this Kirkwood team is guaranteed at the line right now.
In Kirkwood, they've shown they can slow the game down and have success. Kirkwood the inbound. Rossview going to wait and see if they can prevent the Cobras from getting into front court. And then Lincoln Schwass will end up fouling Armani Smith. That is the last foul. No, we've got 1 more to give. 1 more foul to give. And then Kirkwood will be tossing 2.
I think that one right there, it was kind of a 50-50. You know, Armani Smith, he got the Shea Gilgeous down with the head snap, but, you know.
Smith now trapped at midcourt. Finds his teammate. He finds Hines. Hines then hands off to Clardy, and Clardy is fouled in backcourt. And Tay Clardy with 11 points. He will shoot 2. He'll shoot 2 from the charity strike. Clardy so far tonight, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He's only shooting 33%. Makes that one. You know, you can miss as many as you want to in the game. If you make one that matters, nobody's going to remember that.
I was just going to say, man, as long as you make them clutch free throws, as long as you make them clutch shots, that's literally all that matters, especially to the Cobra crowd in here tonight.
So Tay Clardy will toss another one. He'll sink that one. 13 points now for Clardy.
I guess that's not the guy that you want to foul.
Absolutely not. He makes both. And Clardy now with 13. Rossview in front court. They've got to go. Down 9. Near wing 3. Back iron no good. Kirkwood tips it and rebounds it. And with under a minute to go, Kirkwood trapped on the near side. They find Garnett. Garnett into front court to Smith. Smith goes up for the jam. He dunks it.
Hey, man, he got that one. He tried to get it earlier in the game. He got hung, but he got that one late game. You know, and it's showtime for Mr. Smith.
That might just be the dagger. Kirkwood can feel it. Unfortunately, Rossview can feel it too. With 40 seconds to go, Dillard's down low, spins and fades, misses it. Rebound Kirkwood once again, and a foul in backcourt. And Jerome, it's just looking like Kirkwood has cinched this one up and cinched up District 13 of 4A Region 7.
Yeah, Kirkwood, they stand alone and they stand at the top of this district here. And, you know, it's a tough break for Rossview, but you still have district play.
Kirkwood will be 5-0 after tonight, assuming nothing insane happens in these 37 seconds, as another clutch free throw. This time it's from Ari Hines.
Like you said, Clayton, the ones you miss in the beginning of the game, throughout the game, they don't matter as long as you win the game and you make the clutch ones.
He makes that one again. Hines, 2 of 2, and it matters. He's got 13 points. Kirkwood leads by 13, 60-47, 30 seconds to go. Rose in front court, step back long, 2 on the way, no good. The rebound being fought for. Rose ends up with it off of the deflection. He'll lay it up and in. Still an 11-point game, 20 seconds to go. Rossview showing full court pressure as Rose now has 15 points. And the student section begins to say goodbye to Rossview as some of the fans heading toward the exits. There's 10 seconds left to go. Kirkwood crosses into front court, and Bryce Garnett will dribble it out with 9 points tonight. Kirkwood wins by 11. There's one. There's the buzzer, and that is the ball game. Kirkwood gets the season sweep over Rossview, the final score tonight. Kirkwood defends home floor. They beat Rossview 60-49. We'll go over some scoring statistics for you. Tay Clardy, your top scorer with 13. He's joined by Ari Hines, who also finished with 13. So a two-way tie at the top of the scoring column for Kirkwood. Bryce Garnett contributed 9 points. Aaron Hines had 4. Armani Smith had 5. And Travis Rivers finished with 11 points for the Cobras. For Rossview, Jair Rose had 9 points last time these two teams played. He finished with 15. Preston Russell scored 11. Israel Dillard scored 8. Kiavani Gilmore scored 6. Lincoln Schwass scored 5. And McKism Idzi finished with 4. Jerome, just as we wait for the interview with Malik Peterson, we're going to get the player of the game before too long. Jerome, just wrap up some of your final thoughts here as Kirkwood wins 60-49.
My final thoughts, Rossview, they started off very, very strong tonight, but Kirkwood being at home and just, you know, being in this home crowd environment, they made the plays. They listened to the keys to the game, creating turnovers, causing and converting. They made the easy buckets. They made the buckets that count. And even though they weren't good from the free throw line in the beginning of the game, they hit the clutch free throws that mattered in the end.
So a late run from Kirkwood in the second quarter propels them to a 60-49 win over their rivals from Rossview, and that will wrap it up for us here tonight. For Malik Peterson, for Jerome Knight, this is Clayton Carroll signing off from Kirkwood as the Cobras defeat Rossview 60-49. As we want to remind you that tonight's game has been produced by sports communication students from the Austin Peay State University Department of Communication. This has been a presentation of the Austin Peay Sports Network.